Hey everyone, so today we're unpacking this wild little document called the token affair. We're going to look at the hidden costs of artificial intelligence. But, instead of staring at boring spreadsheets and API pricing tiers, because nobody wants to do that, we're going to look at it through the lens of a romance. Or, well actually, scratch that. It's more like the most expensive tech date night in history. Okay, let's dive into this.
Section 1. An expensive AI romance.
Once upon a cloud, Google and Claude went on a date. I mean, come on, isn't that a fantastic hook? It sounds exactly like some modern tech fairy tale. We've got our two main characters here. There's Google, the absolute omnipresent titan of information, and then Claude, the slightly newer, highly analytical counterpart. And they're meeting up on this metaphorical cloud for a nice evening out. But look, I gotta give you a quick spoiler right at the top. This date, it was far from romantic. In fact, it was incredibly, overwhelmingly expensive. And to understand why, we really have to look closely at what these two actually ordered.
Which brings us to Section 2, buffet versus sushi.
Okay, so the waiter comes over to take their order, right? And Google just looks up, completely slams the menu down and booms, "I'll take the buffet, 10 million tokens, please." It's literal flexing right at the dinner table. We're talking about flexing like a search engine at a bodybuilding contest. Picture this massive buffet table just overflowing, totally groaning under the weight of thousands of plates, and every single plate is just packed with data. Google wants it all. It wants every piece of context, every crumb of data, literally every single bite of information available in the entire restaurant.
Let's just hold on this number for a second. 10 million tokens. 10 million tokens. When Google demands 10 million tokens for its meal, it's showcasing this sheer, massive, unquenchable appetite for quantity. It is a strategy of absolute abundance. It's loud, it's boisterous, and it leaves absolutely nothing on the table. But of course, Google isn't at this dinner alone, is it?
Then, the waiter turns to the other side of the table, and Claude, sitting perfectly still, simply smiles, takes a slow, calm sip of tea, and just whispers, "Just a haiku, 12 tokens. Thank you." It is completely zen. I mean, it's the exact opposite of the buffet. Claude doesn't want the whole restaurant. Claude just wants one beautifully constructed, minimalist plate with a single sushi roll on it.
12. Just 12 tokens. The sheer scale of the contrast here is wild, isn't it? We literally just looked at 10 million, and now we're looking at 12. Claude is demonstrating a totally different philosophy here. This isn't about eating everything in sight. No, this is about precision. It's a strictly quality over quantity approach. It's refined, it's careful, and it asks for exactly what it needs to get the job done, and absolutely nothing more.
And this brilliantly illustrates the two diverging styles of AI data consumption. You have Google's buffet, which is a strategy defined by massive quantity and technological flexing, versus Claude's sushi, a strategy of quality and minimalist precision. And neither is necessarily wrong in a vacuum, but when you put them side by side on this metaphorical date, you realize that these differing appetites are going to have very different real-world consequences once the meal is actually over. Moving right along to Section 3, the wallet feints.
So the waiter, who in this story represents your wallet, takes one look at the bill and completely faints, just collapses right there on the floor. Imagine a long, comically massive receipt just unrolling across the restaurant tiles. Because in the world of AI romance, tokens are not sweet little chocolates, they're not free breadsticks, they are literal invoices. Every single token that an AI consumes, whether it's part of a 10 million piece buffet or a tiny 12-piece sushi roll, comes with a price tag attached to it. When you let an AI gorge itself on data without paying attention to its appetite, well, it's your wallet that ends up passing out when the bill finally comes due.
Finally, we arrive at Section 4, your AI love language.
So the crucial point is this. Tokens are the literal love language of AI. That is exactly how they communicate, how they think, and how they operate. But because tokens are directly tied to cost, you really have to be intentional. You must feed them wisely, or you risk the most expensive date night in tech history. If you need the heavy lifting of a massive data sweep, you might actually need to buy the buffet. But you have to know you're paying for it. If a simple haiku will solve your problem, then order the sushi. Because efficiency isn't just about saving time. In the AI world, efficiency is about saving your actual dollars. We've compared AI tokens to buffet plates and sushi rolls today, but I am so curious how you visualize this concept. Are tokens like pizza slices, where you just can't eat one? Are they like gym memberships, where you pay a ton but maybe only use a little? Or are they like arcade coins, steadily dropping into the slot to keep the machine running? Drop your absolute favorite token analogy in the comments below. I read every single one, and I love seeing how your minds work. Think carefully about how you value your AI usage, then next time you sit down at the table with one of these giants. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and remember, always check the prices before you order the buffet.